This country's natural history has been riddled with unwelcome visitors: cane toads, prickly pear, foxes and rabbits. For the past decade and a half, though, there's been relief from rabbits because of the Calicivirus. But now scientists warn the effectiveness of Calici is waning, and once again Australia faces a serious and alarming threat from the pest. Out on the land, an old enemy is back.
We do face a major problem, and it's grown quite substantially in the last 2 years. We're starting to see the real damage that they're doing, and people are becoming quite alarmed, and rightly so, because it is a real threat.
Every night there's more moving in because they're breeding up down here on the flat ground where it's quite easy digging, and they've got a great home.
Brenton Newman is a cereal and sheep farmer. He's spotlighting in this paddock tonight because this is what it looks like during the day.
We're not controlling them, but we're out there trying to stop them. Probably our main activity is fumigating burrows and collapsing the burrows where we can. So the only other option is shooting, and I can only shoot so many.
Losing a crop is bad enough, but at least next year there's another chance. This is Brenton Newman's real pride and joy. The Saunders Gorge Sanctuary in the Mount Lofty Ranges, about 80 kilometres east of Adelaide. For the past 15 years he's revegetated the area, establishing an ecotourism business.
It was fairly barren and bare, good grass cover, but the shrubs, we just weren't seeing the regeneration of all the young trees and shrubs. And since the rabbits have been gone, we've had a wonderful success with replanting and natural regeneration, and to see that stop would be devastating.
The reason why that's looming as a possibility is that the Calicivirus, which has held rabbits in check since it was released 16 years ago, is starting to wane.
What we saw was that for a long time we were getting regular outbreaks that were killing a high proportion of the susceptible rabbits, and we've seen in the last few years that we're getting more of those rabbits surviving infection and becoming immune for life then, and adding to the breeding population, so that the population in the last 5 years has been steadily going up.
It did a wonderful job when it first came through, but right now I really haven't noticed any Calici for probably 12 months now, so it just doesn't seem to be having any effect in this area that I've noticed.
Calici's effectiveness has always been mixed, not so good in high rainfall areas, devastating in the drier ones. But what worries researchers now is that this change appears permanent.
All right, this one, Rono, is yellow 2897.
For the past 15 years, the Turretfield Research Centre has been tracking the Calicivirus, catching rabbits, taking blood and sending the samples off for analysis, all with the aim of finding out Calici's future.
Well, it's not certain what the end point will be. Certainly with myxomatosis, which is the other major disease of rabbits that was introduced as a biological control, within 5 to 10 years there was clear signs of resistance occurring in the rabbit population. The virus was killing about 50% of rabbits that it infected. I think it's most likely that we'll see something similar with this virus.
He says that means Calici will still be of great benefit. There won't be a return to the huge plagues of the past. But now, after 10 relatively easy years, rabbit numbers will increase. Landholders will have to devote more time and money to controlling them, which is easier said than done.
As well as that, in the last 10 and 15 years, we've seen the size of rural holdings increasing, the average age of landholders increasing, the number of farm workers available decreasing, so that the capacity to put a lot of time and effort into something like rabbit control has probably declined somewhat.
That's exactly what Tim and Joe Starkey are finding. The effects of rabbits on this crop are clear. What's not so clear is who bears the responsibility for getting rid of them. While the rabbits are living off the Starkey's land, they are not living on it.
Well, a lot of the bad problems are on land that is owned by ex-government or government, local government, and they need to come to the party a little bit more than what they have been. This particular spot here is the old railway corridor, and I'm trying to get any money out of them is very hard.
And it's not the only problem.
There's another twist to this rabbit tale.
This is a wombat hole, and chances are there's a rabbit living in there. If not in there, then certainly in the other wombat holes over there. And what this goes to show is that while rabbits are definitely a pest, they're not necessarily dumb bunnies. The wombats have returned to this area because they faced less competition from rabbits. Now the rabbits are back and they've moved into the burrows with the wombats. Ripping wombat burrows up is out of the question because they're a protected species. This wombat colony has become Bunny Hill, but no one's laughing.
I guess it's smart because they don't have to dig the holes themselves, but...
You don't admire them for it?
Not really, no. No, we're just frustrated by them.
Greg Mitzi says it is possible to bait for rabbits without killing the wombats, but again, that's time and money. There's a lot more rabbit-induced frustration to come.